The question is it better to try to get a job right out of undergraduate school, or to go to graduate school and then try to get a job? Are there any advantages to going to graduate school in terms of finding work in journalism?
I'll go first. I have my opinion on this, and you've asked me. I don't have a graduate degree, and I am just fine. And I would say that coming from this journalism school, especially if you're in the broadcast, or it's not an emphasis anymore. So if you're studying broadcast here, if you are involved in all those news writing classes, if you give every package that you have to turn in 100%, and you learn how to edit, and you learn how to speak clearly, and you listen when she's making you do all those worksheets about your I's and your U's and your Y's and your A's, you don't need to go to grad school. I mean, nothing can replace hands-on experience in a TV newsroom. They don't care what kind of degree you have. They care about the tape that you turn in, that air check that you're trying to get the job with, and what you can do. It's not about how much training you have or what you learned while you were in college. It's how you perform in that newsroom. So I think that if you, here at this school, that if you have what it takes and you learn it here, that there's no need. Now, if you could see yourself being a teacher down the road, then grad school, yes, might be an option for you, but why not start your career first? But I also have friends that went to schools in Arkansas that they did have a journalism program there, but they didn't learn the hands-on that they needed to carry themselves in a newsroom. So yes, they did go to grad school just to learn the basics, literally, of what we learn here in the first 2 years of college. So I see it both ways, but I think if you just want to get into a newsroom and you feel confident in your editing and your writing and you're ready to start, go for it. Don't waste time.
Let me just say, we certainly have graduates who have done very well in other than broadcast, in every aspect of journalism and mass communications that you can think of. So certainly the comments about broadcast are true, but that goes across the board. We have graduates who've been successful in many things. I really think that becomes a personal decision. Some things, quite frankly, are dependent upon the economy at the time. So if the job market is not really good, and right now, quite frankly, in broadcast in a lot of places, the market is not good. So some students may decide, if they have the money and the resources to do so, to go to graduate school. And again, I think you have to be smart about what you're doing, and you have to think long-term about where I'd like to be. But if I'm in public relations, and if going to get an MBA or a marketing degree or something in advertising would really help me, or I want to go on and do more with online or graphics, then by all means do that. The bottom line is nothing is going to replace work experience. That's it. And even those who go on into education, if you don't come in with a professional background, you are not going to be an effective educator. Now, having said that, do you need a graduate degree to be effective in communications or journalism? No. In fact, some people don't even have a journalism degree, and they're very effective people out there. We certainly promote having a journalism degree because we think that you learn the skills and the dispositions that you need to be successful from the start. But I think those are very personal decisions. A lot of people will have an undergraduate degree in journalism because their goal is to go into law school, for example, and journalism is wonderful preparation for that. Or they want to go get an MBA, and they see themselves using that journalism, but they're not going to go into reporting or to some sort of commercial outlet for information or news. I don't know if that helps you, but I really do think it's kind of looking long-term for what you're going to do. But I would say don't go to a graduate school just to go to graduate school, because you could be spending a lot of money with a degree that may not do much for you in the long run.
I guess I'm sort of ADD. I got my undergraduate degree, and I worked for 7 years in the field and then decided to go back to graduate school. would I have gotten better jobs had I gone through undergraduate school and straight to grad school? Probably not. But I sort of knew by that time that I didn't want to be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for the rest of my life, and thought that if I got a graduate degree that I could eventually transition into teaching. And so getting that graduate degree was very useful for me. Everybody follows a different road. For some people, going all the way through graduate school and then going to work is a good path to follow. But I would tell you that if you're going into news, you're still going to start out at the bottom and work your way up. You are not going to become an editor right away because you have a master's or a doctorate degree.